All right, my friends, so this is the quick follow-up on that 300 gas tank. After the last video, I went ahead and I put about 2 gallons of acetone in this thing just to help break up the extra loose stuff that was at the bottom you saw in the last video. I let that sit for about maybe 2-3 days, kept sloshing the tank around really good, and then I went ahead and I rinsed that out. Then I went ahead and I added 4 gallons of the white vinegar. I did another I actually almost went about another whole cup of salt, only because of the fact that I didn't want to put 11 gallons worth of vinegar in this time because it wasn't that bad. And then I filled the rest up with water. So 4 gallons of white vinegar, cup of salt, filled the rest up with water to the top. Went ahead and I let that sit again for about, I don't know, I guess it's been about 3-4 days now. Kept sloshing around each day because I had it sitting on the cart. Each day sloshed it around. So far, if you can see that, but it's clean as a whistle in there now. I mean, this thing is like almost perfect. Now, with the reason I decided to go ahead and soak it one more time is because just in case there was some stuff stuck behind these baffles anywhere, I wanted to make sure I got it out. And so far, I've gotten little stuff like this out. So I've pretty much got everything out, but it was just still a little bit of that left in there. So that just looks like old fuel, dirt. Yeah, see, it's breaking up like dirt. It's not rust. So I would say right there, that's just shit over the years. Like I said, dirt and everything has been sitting there because you can see the color right there. That's dirt. So I went ahead and like I said, I went ahead and rinsed this out one more time just to get that crap out of there. Looks nasty, doesn't it? It looks like you just picked up a hunk of chewing tobacco off the ground. But anyway, I'm going to rinse this thing out one more time with a little bit of water real quick. Take it inside. I'm going to set it up with the on low heat, on the heat gun. And I'm going to put it in front of it just so it has room to breathe, but room to go in there and warm that thing up in there and dry all that stuff up. After that, I'm not going to be able to do the tank coating yet, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do the oil, only because of the fact of I got to fix this. So I don't want to go put tank coating in there and then having to do any welding, and then it's just going to burn it off, and then I'll have those hunks floating around. So anyway, and then I'm going to take you guys inside. I'm going to show you a little score that I got the other day for 20 bucks. Couldn't beat it. So let me rinse this out and be right back. And yes, don't look over here. My table is an absolute mess. I've been bringing parts right and left from the other shop so I can work on them in here where it's cooler. But anyway, this is how I dry the tanks out. I hang a heat gun with my hooks on my rack, turn it on low, give enough space so that way the heat doesn't blow back and then burn up your motor, and basically just let it run for a little while. Especially heat gun on low temperature like this, I'd say about an hour, 2 hours, this thing should be dry. But I'm going to go ahead and let this hang for a little bit. But on my mess of a table, original gas cap, garbage. Got me an original. 20 bucks. See if I can get this out of here without dropping it. Yes, I have pistons on my table. I got all kinds of stuff in here. This is terrible how messy it is. But anyway, got me an original fuel gas cap. Couldn't beat it for $20. Guy had it sitting on his shelf for about 20 years. He was going to put it on H, never put it on, stayed on the shelf. So, alright, anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this cubby and kind of explain what's going on.